happy to be back doing my fourth video. It's been almost a week, and it's funny, like a lot has happened, but not a lot has happened. So I'll start with some updates. Somebody asked about smoking. I think it was Elizabeth. A lot of smokers, and yeah, in the outdoor patios as well. And it's funny because you can pick your seat, and it's smart when you do it, but then people around you change. So there's that. And if this is the first time watching one of these videos, I guess I should say, this is a video series I'm doing on my escape to Europe. So I'm spending about a month in Croatia, and right now I'm in Zadar. It's a coastal town, a little more than halfway up the country, if that makes sense. Split is about midway, and it's about 2 hours north of Split. So masks, no one's really wearing masks. I've noticed it more and more, and people looking at me kind of funny when I am. And I think it's, like I mentioned before, in part because they haven't been greatly affected here, but I also think like maybe it's a little bit of the same thing that's going on in America, and that they're just not taking it seriously, except the difference is that there are fewer cases here. It's not affecting America quite like it is, or it's not on the negative side. So anyway, so that's kind of weird. So I tried to go out last night, and first of all, I took way too long to get out, and then there was really no restaurants open. It was approaching 10 o'clock, and I learned that 10 p.m. is a curfew. Restaurants have to close by 10, and bars have to close by midnight. There is also a 1.5 to 2 meter rule of what you're supposed to social distance between people, and I don't really see any of that. Interesting. I was struck at first by how quiet it was in Old Town compared to how it is in the summer, and then I hit this particular part of Old Town, and there was a ton of people in these outdoor bars, all sitting, but the tables were very close together. Anyway, needless to say, I ended up not having dinner out. I tried to take myself out to dinner. So today I took myself out for a cocktail, and if you watch this today on Saturday, it's in my story, my Instagram story, place that I've been before near the Forum. So anyway, just kind of funny, and I noticed also that not a lot of seatbelt wearers here in Croatia either. So I wonder if there's a correlation of like that, just thinking that you're invincible or something. I saw one person without a seatbelt, and so then I thought, I'm gonna look. And so for 7 cars, 5 out of 7, the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And a bunch of kids just like not wearing seatbelts and sitting in the front seat, scrunched down. And anyway, so I don't know what that's all about, but maybe there's a correlation between seatbelts and masks. I don't know. Okay, so very important. Somebody asked about the beer. So I brought props. These are 2 kinds of Croatian beer. Christine had asked where they get their beer. They make a lot of it themselves. Obviously there's Heineken, and I think you could probably even get Corona here. You can get Corona everywhere. But these are the 2 that I drink. They're both lagers. Ojusko and Karlovačko are the 2. So I always have, I prefer it on draft, but for the prop purposes, that was how I had to go about it. So someone asked if there are any social media restrictions. They're not. I mean, this country, it's not a communist country or anything, so it's there's no restrictions on that. In terms of speed of Wi-Fi, the carrier for the place that I'm staying in, there's some issues that the owner of the place has had, so I've been down. My internet's been down several times. And so I got my host brought me a cable so I can connect to the LAN, which is more reliable than the Wi-Fi. So that has been working mostly, but not always. So there's that. In terms of cost of living, I grabbed myself a spot with a nice view. So this place, and this is not like a regular apartment. So I booked it on booking.com. But having said that, it's $59 a day is what it worked out to for the month, which I think is quite good. And I don't know, I'll revisit how you find places to actually live. I'm not keen on that, but in terms of groceries and all that other kind of stuff, I'm not spending very much, and I haven't been great about, but I would say, less than $100, maybe 80 or 90 a week. And that's even with me buying staples like, olive oil and spices and stuff. So that is that. You don't really need a car depending on where you live though, and where you work. So in this area, if you're gonna stay in this area near Old Town, you don't need a car. So there's tons of markets like everywhere, and they have, and it's not just like 7-Elevens, it's, they've got vegetables and stuff. So, and that's pretty cool. What else? Typical local dishes, it's very, it's Mediterranean. So it's a lot of seafood and pasta, and it's quite like, I guess probably similar to Italy. I don't know exactly like what their specialty is. I'm having drinks this evening with someone I met here on my last trip. So I'm gonna ask him that question, and I am gonna ask him about some common phrases that I can use. I've been learning some things just from the translation on TV. There's lots of American TV here, at least with this cable provider that for where I'm staying. So that's kind of fun. It's kept me away from the news. A lot of times I'm super limited, and so then I end up just like having BBC or CNN on. But I've only watched the news once the whole time I've been gone. So, and I've been limiting my Twitter political stuff. So that's been pretty nice. So I think that's it for this video. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Halloween. We're gonna have drinks in an outdoor place that's not busy, so we won't be doing any Halloween stuff this year, unfortunately. But anyway, thanks for watching, and keep your questions and comments